How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com, coming at you on Friday, a little earlier today, as we get this video to you every around this time. Have your free pick winner in just a second here. Your free pick today is going to be between the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat, and also talk to you about the Pacers and the Nets as well today. And then we have about 15 extra football leads that we'll share with you. And YouTube Premium will be between Navy and Tulsa and the Kings and Pelicans as well. And we missed our free play yesterday. It was not close on the Rockets, so we had won 3 in a row. But YouTube Premium, of course, did win, and for the fourth time now, 4 in a row now for YouTube Premium. 4-0, 8-3, and 65-33. We're basically approaching. If we win YouTube Premium today, we would have hit 66% on YouTube Premium the last 100 selections, which is an unbelievable run. And last night we had the Knicks, which we gave you over the Bulls, which was a YouTube Premium winner. We also gave you the Packers as well. Both really good thoughts. And we had a live show last night. We did 2 live shows this week, and both of them are podcasts or recorded. You can re-listen to them at any time. And so that's about that. What do I need to tell you here? Hello, this is Doc Sports. I am Indian Cowboy. Doc Sports has been around for 51 years. Indian Cowboy has been around for 17 total years, 15 of those with Doc Sports. How it works is our best selections are over at DocSports.com, and then our next best selections are our YouTube Premium selections, which we give you 30 extra videos a month, not to mention a live show every week as well. So 34 extra videos, and not to mention the fact that we give 60 extra free selections, 2 extra per day. And then we also give you the live show, which has 10 to 15 extra selections, about 90 extra selections a month, which is awesome. And then we give our free plays and leans on this daily video every day, which is our next best selection. Our premium NBA selection on Doc Sports was the Wizards yesterday, and they got it done again over the Hawks, outright winner. So that's back-to-back 4-unit winners now. We have another 4-unit selection today. I think we'll probably win that too, which will make it 3 in a row now if we can win the NBA selection today. And I knew we were going to have a good NBA season. I really do think so. I think we'll be okay. So looking forward to that. I think we're on a nice vibe, and we have a nice system going on right now. Baseball, World Series selection, Braves, Astros. Looking forward to that. Soccer, I think we're on an 8-4 run. Korean baseball, we're on a 7-1 run. MMA, we went plus 800 last week. And then football, we have 8 plays, trying to bounce back this week after a losing week last week. We had won 6 straight winning NFL weeks. The first 6 weeks of the NFL, we won each one of them. And then we lost last week. So 6 of 7 winning weeks in football in the NFL. Plus 3,200 on the football season. We're 71% on the NFL season so far. We have 8 selections, 2 of which will be college football, 6 of which will be NFL, including a 7-unit and a 6-unit NFL selection. Excited about it. Can't wait for you to join us. What else do I need to tell you here? I told you how our free play did yesterday. I told you about our YouTube Premium. That's about it. All right, let's get to your free play winner today. Let's see. Our free play today is on the Hornets, plus the points in the NBA. I actually think Charlotte's a pretty good team. And Michael Jordan, give him credit, and the GM, they finally, after many, many years, finally put together a winning team, it seems. And I think the Charlotte plus the 5 is worth it for a team that could win this game outright. Right? I think this game will be pretty close. The Heat are off that big win against the Nets, and they could have a letdown here. The Hornets have beaten good teams so far. They beat the Nets. They beat the Pacers. The youth movement is for real in Charlotte between LaMelo and Bridges, and obviously having some veterans like Hayward and company. Hornets are much better this year, and I think they likely hang tough in Miami. Miami off that great performance against Brooklyn, but wasn't really that great. They shot 26% from three-point land, and Brooklyn still ended up losing that game. The Hornets lost the previous game to Miami, so they have revenge, but they had beaten them the 3 previous times against the Miami Heat. I think that, and the Hornets didn't particularly play well against the Magic in their last game. They had to pull away at the end. I think Charlotte's going to show up nicely here in this game. And how good is Miami? I don't know. Yeah, they're 3-1, but who have they beaten? They beat Milwaukee, who were coming off that big win against the Nets. So Milwaukee just laid an egg and lost by 42 points. The Heat are not 42 points better than Milwaukee. Then they lost to the Pacers, and the Pacers haven't looked good so far. They beat lowly Orlando, and of course they beat Brooklyn, but Brooklyn's kind of struggling. So Charlotte's a good team. I like Charlotte plus the 5. your second lean here is, or your second thought here is, I like the Nets today. Pacers are a desperate team. They started 1-4. They'll get better, but there's no Brogdon today. Brooklyn off that terrible loss in their last game as well. And I think, both these teams come off a loss, but Brooklyn didn't play particularly well in their last game. And I remember when Brooklyn came off a loss last time, they beat the Wizards by 14, and the Wizards are better than the Pacers. So, I'll lean on the Nets here coming off that loss. Durant did mention that they miss Kyrie a lot, and which is interesting because he's kind of basically giving him a telegram that, hey, man, we'd love to have you back. We could really use you. So, YouTube Premium, that is between Navy and Tulsa and the Kings and Pelicans. What do I want to tell you here? Let's get through all the college football, and I'm going to go through this a little faster. Normally, I think these football leads are going to come at you on Friday. On Thursday morning, I can't really give you the leans because some of those leans turn out to be premium selections, so I'll kind of hold off. And we'll share, obviously, if you're a YouTube Premium client, then if you're a YouTube Premium member, then on Thursday night, you're going to get these thoughts earlier than everyone else. But and you get to pick the games that we get to talk about, which is nice too. But I like Auburn coming off a bye week. This is just a lean. It's not one of our 8 premium selections, but a lean on Auburn here. Ole Miss is in a brutal stretch. Bam, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU. But I just, at the end of the day, like Auburn's defense a little bit better. The Rebels are 100th in defensive yards per game. It's a good public fade. I think Auburn, that game against Penn State, was pretty impressive. Lean on Auburn. I've been talking about Florida all week. I do lean on Florida. I think you're going to get Dan Mullen's absolute best effort here. And Florida nearly beat Alabama as well. And coming off that horrible game against LSU where they gave up 3 or 4 defensive touchdowns, I think Florida shows up here against Georgia. Why is Georgia only a 2-touchdown favorite despite the fact they have revenge from last year? You're going to get Florida's biggest effort here, I think. Lean on Florida. I like Michigan. Not a bad public fade. I think Michigan doesn't lose back-to-back games here to Michigan State. They haven't done that since 2013, 2014. Michigan's a different team this year. That contest against Northwestern, I think, showed a lot that they weren't looking ahead. And lean on Michigan. I would go into more detail in each one of these games. We've already talked about it. Kentucky, Mississippi State, and if you want more detailed, you can check. What I'll probably do is on the Friday video give you a really detailed explanation, and then on Saturday and Sunday just kind of give you a recap, but tell you to check the Friday video if you want a more detailed explanation for each one of these. Kentucky, Mississippi State. I'm going to kind of stay away from. I do lean on the over, but one of them, the side, is our premium selection. But I think Kentucky will have a tough game here on the road. Mississippi State is typically a fast-paced team. I think their offense has gotten a lot better lately. So I do lean on the over this game. Their offense wasn't that bad against Texas A&M or Alabama, so lean on the over. SMU at Houston. I like the under there. Houston knows SMU put up 70 points in their last game. I think this would be the 2 best defenses both these teams have played. So I wouldn't be surprised if that game goes under. Baylor, Texas, like the under. Baylor, when they are small chalk, and they face high potent offenses, typically games end up going under. So I like the under in that game between Baylor and Texas. And Texas defense has gotten better week in, week out. Notre Dame, UNC. I like UNC. I think UNC can go into Notre Dame and win outright. UNC lost to FSU earlier this year, horrible loss. They need to salvage their season. They're 4-3. Lost to Notre Dame last year too. The total of 62 indicates I think it'll be a high-scoring affair, which means UNC likely has success. Most Notre Dame games are totals of around 50. So the fact this is 62 makes me think that UNC will be active in this game. And Mac Brown is a great big game coach, like UNC. Minnesota Northwestern. I lean on Minnesota in this game. Hate taking the public favorite here, but Minnesota's loss to Bowling Green State I think will keep them focused, and I think they get after it against Northwestern. UCLA, Utah. I like Utah here. Utah beat this team 49-3, and I know that UCLA has revenge, but I think Utah always, Utah's covered this game the last 4 years. They always get up for UCLA against those West Coast Hollywood types, I guess, the glitz and glamour of UCLA. I think Utah continues to get up for this game, and honestly, they've been pretty impressive. They've been pretty impressive all year, like Utah. Virginia, BYU, Bronco Mendenhall goes back to BYU, where he was once the head coach. And I like Virginia here. Why do you only give up 2.5 points to Virginia? This is a Virginia team that's faced a really tough schedule. They beat Georgia Tech, for example, and they beat some really, really good teams so far this year. So wouldn't be surprised at all to see Virginia hang tough here. San Diego State, Fresno State. San Diego State here faced an undefeated Fresno State team, and yet they are an underdog. San Diego State won by 10 points last year, but Fresno State had won the 2 previous years. Not a ton of intimidation there. They beat UCLA by 3, barely lost to Oregon. I'm not fully sold on San Diego State. I think Fresno State is the better team. I'm more impressed with their loss to Oregon than anything else. they have revenge too, like Fresno State. Iowa, Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin here. Wisconsin has been favored many times at home against Notre Dame and others, and have failed to cover. But I think this game is different. I think Iowa knows that they were out of the national championship race. They dropped to 10th, and they lost to Purdue as -11 favorites. Wisconsin has been getting better and better each week, and a win against number 10 Iowa would be huge for their psyche. Wisconsin lost to this team 7-28 last year as well, and they'd won the 4 previous times. I like Wisconsin. Nebraska, Purdue. I like Nebraska here. Nebraska has gotten a lot better. They face a brutal schedule. They've lost to Michigan State barely, who's having a great year. They lost to Oklahoma, who's having a great year. They lost to Michigan, who's having a great year, who's having an unbelievable year. And they lost to Minnesota, who was mad at losing to Bowling Green State. And they have been in every single game. I think Nebraska is likely to cover. Not that impressive Purdue. Nebraska's been getting better and better. They just had a tough schedule, that's all. So I'm going to stop there. I have, about 5-6 more games, but those are NFL games. And I'm just going to hold tight because the video is already at 11 minutes, and I think enough NBA content and college football content and the Sunday content we'll give you on Sunday. I think that's good. Thursday night is our YouTube Premium, a live show. Friday, we'll kind of give you our college football. Saturday, I'll give you our college football. And then on Sunday, I'll give you our NFL thoughts. So I think that would be good. All right. I think that would be good long term. All right, hope you guys are doing well. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Indian Cowboy, working hard for you every single day. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. YouTube Premium, I'll see you in 5 minutes.